Hey, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. It is Dr. Joe Blake with the Actionable Financial Literacy Center. Welcome, my listeners on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and it's always a great day. And 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 I would welcome you here this morning. Have some good information for you, as always. Welcome to share. And it's tomorrow is Father's Day. And being a father, I want to say happy Father's Day to all the men that are out there. Happy Father's Day to my dad, uh, my two sons, my son-in-law. Uh, it's always good to be a dad and be that example for the family. Head off here, and just being you know being a dad is such a good thing. I mean, I was able to, as a father, see all three. Well, I say three out of four of my children born. Obviously, when my second rodeo, my oldest daughter was already born here. She was already grown. She was already a teenager when it mattered. But my other three, I seen all three of them bad boys come out, and it was an experience. At that time, I was a firefighter, so I wasn't all the things that you see. I was hip to it. I was like, man, look at that. I was like, oh my gosh. I remember my first son when he was first son when he was born, and we're in my kid's mom. We were in the doctor's room, and I remember this doctor. She had this big old like needle type thing, and she was, it was like she had the needle, and then it was squirting the medication out for the epidural. And I was young. I didn't know. But she was squirting the juice out, and I was like, "Oh my God, man!" I said, "If that's for the husband, I am out of here." and my kid's mom was like, "What's that for?" And the doctor, "It's for you." I was like, "Who?" Inside, I was like, "Woo wee!" And I was like, "Hey, come on, girl, sit right here." Which is wrong. But I was like, man, hats off to women for going through all that. Because I was like, whew, oh my gosh. But um, yeah, as you know, my kids came out. They all four of them came out well. They all four have the master's degrees because it was I have my PhD, but they chased down dad, followed me, and because what I did, they all did it. They all did things like that. Two of them were teaching in major universities. Um, I just want they're wonderful. They make a man proud to be their dad. They did it because of their own reason, but I'm quite sure they say, "Oh, dad's an old guy. This guy got a PhD, can't be all that." And but being an example, I just love that. Who? Okay. But anywho, today's class about navigating economic challenges and setbacks that we face on a daily basis. That's what I wanted to share with you today because where I came from to where I am now is a far, far different road that I had to take. And I wanted to share some insight on how to get out of that. So let's go ahead and get that look up for us there. Uh, yeah, let's see here. Boom. All righty here. And here we go. So navigating economic challenges with financial resilience. I mean, that strength in yourself to overcome those challenges that you may face and endure uh, uh, throughout life, throughout the challenges that we face. So having that strength, having that ability to do so, even when the going gets tough. So when we look at that, there are three things that's going to be content that we'll talk about extensively. We may get through the whole presentation. We may face a little rough spot, but hey, we'll always come back to it if we need be. Number one, we're going to talk about understanding financial resilience. We're talking about strategies for building financial resilience and case studies. Case studies are going to be like personal stories. And if some of you are online watching at the same time, I wouldn't mind for you. I'd like for you to chime in and share your thoughts, what you face, what you've come across in your life, and just provide some insights to what you have. So I have let's see, I have my chat on. So if someone wants to share, if you're on Facebook, if you're on LinkedIn, I do have my comment section right there open as well. So if you want to share, you can come on board and share. And I'm listening. All right, so let's keep going. All right, section one, we're talking about understanding financial resilience. Right. So the definition of what financial resilience is key. So financial resilience basically gives us the fact that it's the ability to withstand economic changes or challenges, unexpected things in life events without compromising long-term financial security. It involves proactive planning, risk management, and adaptability to maintain stability. So yeah, you got to be on your feet, willing to change, willing to adjust when things happen or don't happen the way you expect it. So that's I mean that's the world we live in. Sometimes things you plan to happen don't happen the way you plan, or things that you want to happen um, don't happen that way, and you have to adjust. Be willing to adjust, knowing that uh, there's no right or wrong way for things to occur, but just be you're willing to adjust, knowing that you planned something, but you didn't plan for you're driving down the road and all of a sudden there's a they're gonna tire coming at you. You didn't plan for that to happen on the road, and all of a sudden, boom, it takes your vehicle away. I tell you, one time I was driving down the road and I was going through a light, green light, green light. Now I was listening to what's that song? Yolanda Adams, Mountain High, Valley Low. I was just jamming, and I was like, "Hey," out of my peripheral, I said, is that a truck coming through the?" I think there's a truck, and my split second reaction, only because I was a firefighter, I still had a little bit of that when I got out from the military, and he ripped off the front bumper. I slammed my brakes on in a nick of time and ripped my front bumper off of my car. Man, I was so hot. I was so hot. I'm telling you. Ripped my front bumper off my ride. That was 100% paid for. You pay off a car, you paid it off. You're like, yeah, I paid that bad boy off. No car payment, no car payment. And then somebody wreck it. Mm, that was unexpected. that was that was a challenge. Good thing I had car insurance. So sometimes you gotta be ready for those things. Elements of financial resilience. It worked out later because I ended up getting a Benz. So, but anyway, all right. It encompasses four. It encompasses having the four windows of success and term insurance coverage, all contributed to a robust financial foundation. So you have when you have things like that. Uh, I mentioned that before about the four windows of success, having the right type of insurance, and when you have those things, those elements put in place, you have a robust financial foundation. So if there's something unexpected happen, you have that robust financial foundation. Uh, it helps be able to come back, to come in terms with those unexpected things that happen in life. Impact of economic uncertainty. So sometimes you may live in a place that's kind of rough, like this young gentleman there, fine looking young man, you know. But if you can tell from the background, that area there doesn't look too tight. Looks the place is kind of old, boarded up, and everything. But understand the implications of economic cycle the upturns or downturns and demographic shifts on your personal finances is crucial, and having that financial resistance. I mean, financial resilience. You know it's rough. You know it's tough, and cycles of economic change can go up and down, and the demographics in that area may shift. So when you know that, you got to have that financial resilience to know that okay, things are not good. I need to tighten up. Things are going well. I need to take advantage of the upticks in the market and make things better for my life, so I can make a change for it. Okay, make it. And sometimes that uptick in the market or may means okay, I need to make a shift. I need to make a change. You may need to move to a different area. Like in Moses' case in the Bible, Moses, God told him, say, okay, Moses, you need to move away from your kindred, away from your area, so I can show you a land where I can bless you. He's not saying forget your family. He's not saying not to love your family, but he may need to move you someplace where you can be blessed. And so in Moses' case, that's what he did, and that's what happened to Abraham. So just an example of what God may need you to do. All right. So role of being adaptive. Role of being adaptive. So you have those three actions that need to take place. So there's a role of being adaptive. One of the roles is proactive financial planning. So you have to have a plan out there. A significance toward financial planning is anticipating and mitigating the impact of financial challenges on your personal and household finance. So, with that adaptive changes, you got to look at what's going to be impacted on your personal and your household finances. What's going to affect you personally, and then the household itself as a whole. So, personally, what's going to make your pocket slim or fat? What's going to make your household pocket slim or fat? Right? All right. So if something's going to take money out of your pocket, you may not want to do that. Something's going to put something in your pocket, then you do that because whatever happens to you individually is going to matter in your whole household. Right? I'll say it again. Whatever happens to you personally is going to influence your whole household. And if it's you single, you can make a break, but what comes in and doesn't come in. I mean, you don't have a place to stay, or you can be sleeping out there on the streets. But if it's just you, I mean, you can do that, but it's kind of hot. I know in Arizona right now, it is ridiculous. It is 11 o'clock in the morning, and it's 101 degrees outside right now. 11:17 and it's 101. I am not going outside. Well, I'm going outside, but I ain't going outside. Now, but if you are one individual and you got a family, and so what's coming in and what's going out, and you got to look at the family over there. You do not want your family out there in 101 degrees. No. So you be mindful of that. The other thing, cost management strategies. Explore how your spending pattern is more than a budget. You'll see sometimes we always hear a budget. It's a spending pattern that people use. Through my research for my doctoral degree, I found that people more look at how they're spending their money versus a budget, because more often than not now, budgets being bursted because the amount you spend on a home, the amount you spend for a car outweighs. I mean, it just overrides a daggone budget because you spend too much on a house, spend too much on rent, spending too much on a mortgage payments and everything. It just overrides the budget. So it's difficult to even plan for when you're spending so much out of your income for a place, a decent car, or a place to live. So it's spending, how much you are spending. So you look at how you're spending your money. Look at ways to reduce that spending, optimize your resources, what's coming in, and especially during economic times of uncertainty. Now, we went through that a few years in the past 15 years. You had the economic crisis. Right after the economic crisis, we had the financial crisis. Then we had the COVID issue, and it's like we were being bombarded as a people to face those conditions. boom, boom, and boom. And it just changed the way that we work, live, and play, changed the way that we looked at our future. Some made it, some didn't make it. So those cost management strategies really had to come to the forefront of how we live, right? The other thing, leveraging financial tools. So the different financial tools that are out, that we have to understand how they work together. They work for us, some work against us, and some we shouldn't deal with at all. So you got to understand the financial instruments that are out there, savings accounts, investment portfolios, and different retirement plans that can bolster our financial preparedness. And choosing them are critical. Once you choose a critical, you have to look at the goal and purpose of what you're trying to achieve, the goal and purpose of what you're trying to achieve, and then which one fits that goal, which one fits the purpose of what you're trying to set up for your family. So those roles there, those are adaptive roles. It's almost like you gotta. It's almost like you gotta bob and weave. Like kind of like boxing. You gotta figure kind of. Okay, all right. Let's see which one of these. Do I want to use a savings account? No, no, maybe not. That's too slow. Okay. Let's see. I got my investment portfolio. I got the portfolio here, but let's see here. Is this retirement plan the best one for me? Is this the one? Is this the one I need? Well, the one you need depends on how you're paid, where you work at. That's that. And so you gotta, it's like a box. It's like a boxing match out there, really. You gotta figure out which one is good for you. This dude over here has a 401k, and you over here they only have a 403b. Well, which one do you choose? It depends on how you pay, where you're working at. This guy's at a college. They have 403b. This one right here works in a corporation. They have 401ks. Which one is better? Depends on how you pay. 403bs are only for people that work at a church, school, or hospital. 401ks are those that work at a college. I mean, 401ks work at a corporation. So that's their version of the retirement plans because of where they work. Different rules, different folks, different things for different folks. Nothing wrong with either one. It's just where they are and how they work. All right, building emotional and financial resilience. Holistic well-being approach emphasizes integration of emotional resilience, personal growth, and financial stability components. So you got that well-being approach to your finances because sometimes you can be lack on money, and you will be, oh man, it can just upset your whole well-being, upset who you are, upset what you thinking, how you thinking, and man, it can just throw you off. So you can talk about money all day long, but if you don't have, or because sometimes you can have so much, you can have well enough amount of money, but you're still sick in your head because you're thinking about something else. So it's not money that makes a difference; it's your feeling, your heart, your emotions. There's some people that are just broke as the day is long, but they are happy. They're happy go lucky. They have no care in the world. And then there's some that have money and just as woe is me. Woe is me. And they take themselves out. But there's a holistic approach to being your well-being. Whether you have money or not, you're happy. If you have money, you're happy. Because you're happy about who you are, who you're being. That's what matters. That's what matters, right? So there's proactive stress management, techniques for managing financial stress, cultivating a positive mindset, seeking support when when seeking support to navigate challenges and resilience. Being resilient that even though things look grim and dim, you rely on him. Got it? So even though things look grim and dim, you rely on him. You know that no matter you're in this situation right now, but it's all good. It'll be all right. It's a tough road, but you'll be fine. And growing up in Baltimore, Maryland, not the easiest place to grow up in. I mean, not the easiest place, not the safest place, but it's still home. I knew I was home. I knew I had family all over the place. I knew it was dangerous out there. I knew any place I went, I'd get shot, stabbed, or something like that. But it's still home. So I felt all right. Actually, when growing up, I thought the whole world was that way. I knew it was other places not like that. I was like, "Pfft, it's life." So you sometimes you just you how did you manage the stress? Didn't worry about it. Just roll. I stayed in my lane, and I knew not to go down this street. Didn't know I knew not to go in that alley because it was just like you don't go there because of X, Y, and Z. You don't go here because A, B, C, and F. Same thing in life. Same thing like if you go down this road right here, you're gonna spend a lot of cash. You go to this road right here, you can get ran over by trucks. So like you just don't go. You manage the stress. Same thing, and you get a lot of money. You don't go over here because you're gonna burn some cash, right? Longevity and the economic principles. Explore interaction of financial resilience, demographic shifts, aligning financial planning, and challenges of global aging. Now, sometimes you think the global aging. What does global aging have to do with? Well, there's some countries where there's a lot of elderly or older folks in the community, and uh, and the country takes care of the people. Uh, I went to Thailand a couple of years back, and how they feel or how they treat their elderly, um, it's quite amazing. Um, Over there, they don't have a lot of traffic stops like we have here. I was walking across the street, and there's no traffic signs. I mean, no traffic lights. You don't have to push no button, and it turns red. You know how you hit a button and the light turns red, and you got the guy that tells you it's okay to walk. All I did was put my foot on a crosswalk, and all the cars stopped. A person over there with gray hair on their face, they stop immediately because they respect their elders. They respect their elders. Longevity is what they respect. They respect their elders. They look at that and say that's someone that's been around for a while, has a lot of wisdom and everything. So from a planning perspective, that shift of the global aging in their environment, they respect that. I was like, man, if the U.S. did that, I mean, shoot, they see somebody old, they respect them. Stop that. They recognize that this person has been around for a while, a lot of wisdom, a lot of knowledge. They respect that. I was like, man, those longevity principles would go a long way if we did that for our elderly here. Respected them that much. Respected them that much. All right. So I told you we wouldn't possibly get through all of the things here. So any questions, thoughts, or comments you have so far about what I shared, navigating those economic resilience? Uh, Send them to me. Let me know what you think. How you feel about some of the things that I share. Send those um, so we can get some more information about navigating. A lot of times, money isn't about the numbers, the percentages, and things of that nature. That nature. Money is about how you feel, how you treat it, and how you use it. That's what economic success is about. So what I'm sharing today is more about your feelings, your thoughts about it, and how you use those economic principles, and understanding that helps you get more of a resilience aspect of what money can be and do for you. So send those questions to me. You can put it in the chat. You can email it. You can go to my website and send that information in. That helps a great deal. Always like and subscribe to the channel. That's how I can grow, how we can grow, and get more word out about financial literacy. Uh, I enjoy being a host of this podcast, being able to get more of the word out to others who like to learn more about finance, and it's just a pleasure. So until next time, when we have this the channel here next week, we'll finish up on this lesson and then provide more about what we can do to help others continue to learn about financial literacy and the economic challenges. So this has been Dr. Joe Blake with the Actionable Financial Literacy channel, on point, and I hope you have a wonderful day.